All right, guys, it has finally happened. Simhub version 9.9 has released today, as you can see here on the screen. And the beautiful thing about this is that we finally have support for Xplain, and not just Xplain 12. The developer went ahead and set this up to work with Xplain 10. I'm not sure who out there is still using 10, to be honest with you. But 11, we still have a lot of users using Xplain 11. And of course 12, which is the one that I'm using at the minute. Pretty much. I do have 11 as well, but I'm no longer using it because 12 is way superior. Pretty much. So yeah, we have Xplain support, guys. So let's go ahead and put this to the test. Let me show you my setup in Simhub. I have not done any modification whatsoever. Okay, no modification. The motion is running at the minute, but the simulator is not running yet. So if I go here, the only thing that I had to do though was here when I first selected Xplain 12, I just had to, it gives you like a warning here saying, okay, you have to configure the SimHub to work with the simulator. And it's just a click of a button. There is an option that says automatically configure or configure automatically, something like that. You click on it and it automatically set it up for you. No major hassles at all. Now, if I go to the motion here section, you can see I am using the semi-identical setup like preset here that I have and have been using with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 and 2020. So this is my setup. Again, I have a erasing lag RS Mega. Is it Mega? RS Ultimate? I don't even remember. I think it's the one that comes with the Thanos that has support for like 6 or 7 servos. The most expensive one without the search and the add-ons about traction loss, just the 3DRF. And pretty much this is what I am rocking pretty much. About orientation and acceleration, you got pitch set to 70%. And the rest is just like you see from here. I'm not gonna go through every single one of them. If you wanna just take a screenshot, go ahead and do that. And for hack tips, we have hack tips for suspension, meaning when we touch down and the suspension, I guess, compresses and decompresses, you should feel it on the motion rig. Also, when you are rolling on the ground, taxiing, if there's any elevation variation, you should feel it as well. Anything that has anything to do with the, I guess, suspension, you should feel it pretty much. Wing low as well, and touchdown, of course, for when you do touchdown. All right, let's get on Explain. Right, let's now waste time. Let's go ahead and jump into Explain 12. Finger crossed, we're not gonna have any major oscillation here. As you can see, the platform raised on its own, which is what I would expect. Right, so we're gonna jump into the airfoil labs right here. And I'm gonna want to do a fly. Let's see where we can do a fly. Just a quick fly. Maybe we can go to let's see, MDPC, Punta Cana maybe. Right, so let's just do a quick test here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That looks good. Let's arm it. Right, so we're gonna have to do some priming. So I'm gonna have to move it right here, I guess, for now. We're gonna turn on the fuel pump. And then we are going to move the mixture. All right, so we're gonna keep it there, as you can see. Now let me move it to the left. We are within the, I guess, the range here on the engine priming. So I think we should be able to start this engine now, no issues. So right, I think we can turn on the fuel pump already. And we're gonna add a little bit of mixture, and then let's go ahead and start the engine. There you go. Sweet. All right, so we're running. I am getting some. Oh Jesus, what happened? Ooh, I forgot to add mixture rich. Sorry about that. So we running. Right. So pitot heap, I want to get that on. And for the cabin electricity, we're gonna turn that on as well. And we're gonna set the flaps, the takeoff flaps. Now the haptic is actually working really nice. Like on my next level racing HF8 haptic pad feels really nice. And also I can feel the transducer that I have, the mini bash shaker that I have on the rig. I can feel the vibration as well. Really nice. All right, I guess let's get taxi line on. Looks like it's already on somehow. Right. So this is probably one of the best planes for doing GA stuff on X-Plane. Cessna 172 by airfoil. And this is the digital one with the digital displays. Alright, so again, we're gonna go to Foxtrot. And the game plan will be to go to an Echo. And we're gonna hold short. Echo.
Bonjour, Air 71 Victor Yankee, establish line S1 Air 71 Victor Yankee, bonjour, number 2, continue avec 06, Quebec.
We're gonna remain on tower pretty much. Alright, let's go guys.
Easy 319 Mike, 319 Mike, contact run 120 smash well, bye bye. 1204705, easy 319 Mike, for what?
Oof. Wow, I felt that. I felt haptics on the motion. Looks like we got some elevation thingy going on the runway, and I felt it. Jesus. So I'm expecting when I do try to take off here, I'm expecting to get a lot of haptics on the motion. Again, we got to do some tuning. I'm not sure I want to have a lot of aggressive haptics here yet. All right, guys, let's go. Apply right rudder, which, by the way, is something that's completely broken on Microsoft flights in 2024. Instead of you having to apply right rudder, somehow you have to apply left rudder on GA on the GA aircraft flights in 2024, which is completely inaccurate. And there we go, baby. Yes, sir. We are airborne. So far, so good.
ILS runway 06.
Let's try to trim a little bit down here. Let's see. Let's try to do some movement here. Oh my God, it feels so good. Jesus. Wow, super smooth. You know, this is how it should be. Like, now you're having to do a lot of, I guess, tuning around just to get a decent motion out of the box, which unfortunately was the case with sim tools for me personally. You have to do pretty much everything on sim tools. They just give you the software and you have to tune absolutely everything, which is something I was not really eager to do.
Short 6, clear to land runway 06, attention.
Now these do
Clear to land
feel
runway 06,
absolutely smooth. I can't wait to do a fly, I guess, on a airliner like the Zebo. All right, let's see if we can do a pattern here. Gotta raise the nose a bit.
Mistral 6, are you able to vacate via Whiskey 42?
Might need to limit the roll a little bit.
42, thank you. Welcome.
Wow. This feels absolutely awesome, honestly.
7750, initial 725, au revoir.
Alright, so runway should be about here.
Wedding Hotel Kilo, clear to land
Let's get some flap.
06, wind count, package Whiskey 4.
Bring down the nose a little bit here.
Clear to land 06. And,
Wow, this was a terrible mistake to not program the autopilot here, because this is definitely not visual condition that we're on right now. We'll see what we can do, honestly. All right, so I can see the runway. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can see the runway lights already for both 8 and 9er. So we all right.
34 Zulu Mike, mile 9.5.
Yeah, Zulu Mike, buenos dias. Clear to land runway 06, wind count, vacate at the end.
Vacating at the end, we are clear to land runway 06, we are 34 Zulu Mike.
How does the rudder feels? Let's see. Yeah, rudder feels nice as well with the default. Again, incredible job by the Simhub developer. This feels really nice out of the box. I think the only thing I'm gonna need to do here is going to be to limit the roll, degree movement. Just because of the space that I have, the rig, and I have it on a corner here, easily to hit the wall with some aggressive movements. All right, let's try to keep the nose up a little bit by adding some power.
Just 22 Papa India, contact departure 127.750, bye-bye. With departure 127.750 to Papa India,
See if we can align ourselves with the center line on runway 9er. The same runway that we just took off from. We have a headwind here.
Paris, Iberia 34 Zulu Mike, can you increase the puppy light?
Alright, let's add some more flap.
Okay, on runway 08.
Try to maintain the nose down.
Thank you, 34 Zulu Mike.
Eager to see how it feels when we touch down, because the haptics are on in Simhub for the motion as well.
Easy 392 November, clear takeoff runway 08, wind calm. Clear takeoff runway 08, 392 November.
Short funnel at watch Golf 45.
Very back shortly. Portugal 452, clear to land runway 06, wind 18 degrees 3 knots, vacate Whiskey 42.
Clear to land runway 06, specific AC 342 at watch Golf 45.
Imagine having a force feedback yoke, huh? Kind of keeping my eye, I guess, on the Mossad force feedback hill. The only problem that I see with that particular one, we're a little bit high here, is that it is a little bit on the big side of the house, it's really long. So I'm not sure if I will be able to mount it on my rig here without having to do major
Yes, if you want, but
modification to the rig.
your stand is not free, so I think
I'm not sure if
if
it
you
has
can make
good
the effort to
mounting,
take the holding bay, I think it's better for the ground control.
I guess holes or components that comes with a yoke or aluminum extrusion. I think it's more for just table, most likely. So I'm gonna have to, if I do get it, I'm gonna have to add some sort of piece of wood or something, just to give it like rest on the back side of the yoke, because it's just too long.
Corsair 985, clear
But we'll
to
see.
06, wind
I'm
19
still
degrees,
not
3 knots.
100%
decided on getting a yoke, although it looks really convincing, honestly. I'm not sure if I'll get the I guess the joystick base that's got force feedback instead of the yoke.
Yeah, 11X ready, my contact departure 127.
Maybe a little bit more
12750.
versatile for a wide variety of aircrafts. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. We're looking good here. 2 whites, 2 red. Gotta increment the speed a little bit here. I don't want to stall the aircraft.
Easy 4020, bonjour, clear to 06, wind 22 degrees, 4 knots.
Man, everything feels absolutely beautiful. Like the haptic on my C-Pack, on my mini bash shaker, and also the motion on the erasing lab feels really nice. Really nice, guys.
G4020 to the right, contact ground 121705, over. 121705.
I do like how the what do you call that? The front of the airplane, like the nose cover, vibrates on this airplane. This is a very detailed airplane, I must admit. All right, guys, let's see.
Bonjour, Beauty 2 Papa Tango, establish ILS 06.
Beauty 2 Papa Tango, bonjour number 2, report short final 06.
Number 2, call short final 06, Beauty 2 Papa Tango.
Yes, sir. It feels absolutely amazing, guys. Wow. It feels absolutely amazing. Wow. We'll continue taxiing. Let the airplane drain out the speed here, the ground speed.
Wind 23 degrees, 3 knots, report short final 06.
Yeah.
Everybody should final 06.
Guys, if you do have motion, you have to get Simhub. You do have to get Simhub. It's like the one and all tool for simulation in general, either sim racing and now fly sim. And for the motion, the license, the extra license, which is by the way a lifetime license, it's only like $30 some. It's a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. Those are the best $30 that I spend on all of my setup here. I can think of anything that I spend $30 on that's worth it more than Simhub, to be honest.
32 Papa Tango, ground 121705, au revoir.
Alright, so we're gonna head over to the GA ramp. Ooh, look at that, look at that. Ooh, ooh, you see that? With the elevation thingy. Oh my god, I felt that on my back. I mean, it feels so good. I don't think I'm gonna have to do any modification here. The only thing that I want to tune is just the roll degree movement, because I don't want it to just roll to or have like a long range and be able to hit the wall or my word desk. Wow, the roll, like the ground haptics, feels really nice. I was not able to get any of those effects with with sim tools or with um, FlyPT Mover. But again, those two applications require an extensive amount of time for you to manually tune in everything perfectly, smooth out, like add wash out, smooth in, I guess spike filters, and I haven't done anything to Simhub, and it is way better than both of those tools. One of them is free, FlyPT Mover is free, but again, that needs a lot of work, honestly. And it doesn't have a user-friendly interface either. But SimTools got a nice interface, but it just requires you to do everything. Absolutely everything. It doesn't come with any presets by default. You have to just play around, spend a lot of time reading on it under documentation. And SimTools costs $100. So imagine that. So I spent that money and wasted like 2 days of my life trying to make it work with X-Plane. I only bought it for X-Plane only, honestly, because Simhub was already working with Flight Simulator, so I just needed motion with Simhub. And I spent like 2 days back to back trying to make SimTools work for me for motion, and I couldn't get a hold of it. I couldn't get a handle of it and make it just feel natural. It was just not good at all for my particular need, to be honest. It may be different for sim racing, but for flight sim, it needs a lot of work. Alrighty, guys, that's pretty much it for this test drive. 10 out of 10 as far as how the simulator feels on my motion rig without me having to do any tuning whatsoever. It feels absolutely incredible. Highly recommend it, guys. Go get it. Like, if you do have a motion platform, or if you plan to get one, maybe take a look at my erasing lab setup, because this might be a really nice platform, a budget friendly, which you might want to get. I'm not sure if I got the parking brake on. Is the parking brake on? Nope. Yeah, I have to brake probably. All right. Oh, there you go. Parking brake's on. The key. That looks good. Let's get out of this airplane. There you go. All right, guys. Let's close this door. Sweet. Alrighty. So maybe let's put some of the covers on. I forgot if... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Again, this is the probably one of the best aircraft for GA on X-Plane, honestly. Highly recommend it. All right, let's add the covers here. The chucks here. All right, guys, so that is the Airfoils Lab Cessna 172. Again, one of the best GA aircraft on X-Plane 12 and 11. Looks absolutely beautiful, amazing model, and it feels just as good as it looks and it feels on my motion rig. Right, so that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think about Simhub now supporting X-Plane 12 in the comment section, and let me know what you think about these aircraft as well. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.